Hello to all judges. My name is Kasina Thirawalakun from Nawamintharachinuthit Triamudomsuksanomklao school. Today, I will be telling you a story entitled Sunshine Story, written by Hans Christian Andersen. I'll tell you a story, said the wind. I beg your pardon, said the rain, but now it is my turn. Have you not been howling round the corner this long time, as hard as you ever could? Is this the gratitude you owe me? Said the wind. I, who in honor of you turn inside out, yes, even break all the umbrellas when the people won't have anything to do with you. I will speak myself, said the sunshine. Silence! And the sunshine said it with such glory and majesty that the weary wind and the rain fell prostrate. And the rain, beating against the wind, shook him as she said, "We won't stand it. She is always breaking through with Madame Sunshine. Let us not listen to her, for what she has to say is not worth hearing." But still, the sunshine began to talk, and this is what she said. A beautiful swan flew over the rolling, tossing waves of the ocean. Every one of its feathers shone like gold, and one feather drifted down to the great merchant's vessel. The feather fell upon the forehead of a young merchant, became a pen in his hand, and brought him luck. Soon he became wealthy, rich enough to have brought himself spurs of gold, rich enough to have changed a golden plate into a nobleman's shield, on which, said the sunshine, I shone. In the wood was a poor woman gathering firewood, branches, and dry sticks that had fallen. She bore them on her back in a bundle, and in her arms she held her little child. She too saw the golden swan, the bird of fortune, as it rose from among the reeds on the shore. What was it that glittered so? A golden egg that was still quite warm? She laid it in her bosom to warm. Surely there's life in the egg! She heard a gentle pecking inside the shell, but she thought it was her own heart that was beating. At home, in her poor cottage, she took out the egg. Tick! Tick! It said, as if it had been a gold watch. But it was not. It was an egg, a real, living egg. The egg cracked and opened, and a dear little baby swan, all feathered as with the purest gold, pushed out its tiny head. Around its neck were 4 rings. And as this woman had 4 boys, she understood at once that there was one for each boy. Just as she had taken them, the little gold bird took flight. She kissed each ring, then made each of the children kiss one of the rings, laid it next to the child's heart a while, then put it on his finger. I saw it all, said the sunshine, and I saw what happened afterwards. One of the boys, while playing by a ditch, took a lump of clay in his hand. Then he turned and twisted it till it took shape and was like Jason, who went in search of the golden fleece and found it. The second boy ran up upon the meadow where stood the flowers. He gathered a handful and squeezed them so tightly that the juice flew into his eyes, and some of it wet the ring upon his hand. It cribbled and crawled in his brain and in his hands, and after days and years, people in the great city talk of the famous painter that he was. The third child held the ring in his teeth, and so tightly that it gave forth sound, the echo of a song in the depth of his heart. Then thoughts and feelings rose in beautiful sounds, rose like singing swans, like swans into the deep, deep sea. He became a great musical composer, a master. And the fourth little one, yes, he was the ugly duck of the family, but of me he got a warm, sunny kiss. He had 10 kisses for one. He was a poet and was first kissed then buffeted all his life through. But he held what no one could take from him, the ring of fortune from Dame Fortune's golden swan. His thoughts took wing and flew up and away like singing butterflies, emblems of immortal life. The sunshine continued. The swan of fortune flew over the lovely bay where the fishermen had set their nets. The very poorest one among them was wishing to marry, and marry he did. To him, the swan had brought him a piece of amber, the most wonderful of incense, draw things towards itself. And this piece drew hearts to the house where the fisherman lived with his bride gratefully in their peaceful home. And so, their life became a real sunshine story. "I think we had better stop now," said the wind. "I am dreadfully bored. The sunshine had talked long enough." "I think so too," said the rain. And what do we others who have heard the story say? We say, "Now the story's done." The moral of the story narrates how different characters, like the wind and the rain, contribute to the growth of life on Earth. However, each of these natural elements tends to overlook their importance until they recognize the value of the others. The story simply illustrates that all natural elements in nature should be appreciated for its unique contribution. Thank you.